Hello, welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. We're going to look at a series of beers from a brewery that's been fairly well established in Japan, and that is Ise Kadoya Brewery. And Ise Kadoya has been around for a long time. Well, as a sake brewery, they've been around since 1575. As a craft beer brewery, not quite so long, but still quite long in Japanese craft beer history terms. They opened in 1997, and they're located in Ise City, Mie Prefecture. And Ise is famous for one of the most renowned shrines in Japan, Ise Shrine, and the brewery has a tap room near the two shrines. One is called Gekku and the other is Naiku, and they have a number of taps available there. They opened a new brewery in 2018 called the Shimono Brewery, so they've made quite an expansion. The founder of the craft beer section is named Suzuki-san, and he has a PhD in microbiology, specifically in yeast, and so he's well versed in that. And the head brewer currently is a man named Deguchi, who is really adventurous and putting out all kinds of new beers. And in fact, they've impressed me as being a brewery that's put out so many new beers in the last year or two, trying to maybe find a core set. They also have a souvenir line of sort of regular beers called Shinto beer as well. There are two places to try them in Tokyo. One is their Shinjuku restaurant, which apparently has 4 taps, and their Tokyo Yaesu Tavern, which has 13 taps. So they have many seasonal beers and limited beers. They put out a soccer beer, I think 2 soccer beers last year, or soccer themed beers, a baseball beer. In any case, let's move along, and we're going to look at a number of their beers, and we'll start with one right now. There you are. And if you watched the most recent video we did, you saw us reviewing a beer called Ise Kadoya New England IPA Neko Sanbiki. And today we're going to look at the kind of older sister or brother of that one, and it's called Ise Kadoya Neko Sanbiki. Sam, 3, and Biki, counter, Neko, cat. So 3 cats. So we had 2 cats on this one, and these 2 are the brewery cats for Ise Kadoya and Culmination Brewing in Portland. This is a collaboration beer, and this is the next step up. This one had 35 international bittering units, and this one has 70 double. So this is what they call a New England triple IPA. On RateBeer, there's no category for that. It would be classified as an imperial IPA or double IPA, but they call it a triple because it is at 10% and 75 international bittering units. So this is a much newer beer, and it is also they call it a collaboration with Yuya Boys, and I read something about that recently, and I don't exactly recall who the Yuya Boys are, but I think one of the employees at Ise Kadoya may be a Yuya, and I think some of the bar owner or somebody they also work with is a Yuya as well. And I have a brother-in-law who's also a Yuya. But in any case, this is going to be a heavy hitter beer. Maybe we'll go a little slow with this. And on RateBeer, this one has 2 ratings total at 4.17, pretty high, but again, only 2. But on Untapped, it has 226 ratings, and it's 4.15, so also quite high. A friend of mine who tried this a little while ago said it's probably the best haze in Japan, and haze of course means hazy or New England style IPA. Okay, so we're going to go slow with this one, I think, and see how it develops here. 10% should give us certainly some warming feeling, and we'll see how the high strength brings out the flavors or not with this one. 70 international bitter units, we should be definitely getting something there. Okay. Well, you can see it is very hazy, of course. It's got a richer, kind of deeper orangish brown color than the Neko Nihiki did. Looks a little more serious in its intent to attack you. And we'll put it through the light. Okay. So again, it's very turbid. Some sediment going on there, and carbonation not apparent through the haze at all. All right. Okay, the aroma is much sweeter, more tropical, fruity, floral than the Neko Nihiki. Very rounded, lightly pungent. It doesn't have the kind of stinkiness that the Neko Nihiki has. Smells seriously fruity and juicy. Okay. This is very unusual. The fruitiness is there, it's solid, serious, and very well rounded. Peaches, maybe condensed kind of apple, peach, sort of puree. And the hops are, when it's bittering hops, they don't seem as apparent as in the Neko Nihiki. In aroma, yes, but in flavor, no. Lightly warming, feel that coming out. This might be a beer to let sit and warm up a bit and see how the flavors develop. I'm getting a sense of being on the edge of barley wine. With the kind of sweet intensity of the malt there. This is very unusual, interesting. It's definitely a beer for you to try. Again, it's called Ise Kadoya Neko Sanbiki, the three cats, and you see this somewhere, do give it a try. Okay, especially if you're a haze boy or a haze bro, as they say. Yeah, it's definitely a beer you want to try. So it's an Imperial IPA. They call it a triple. 10%, 70 international bitter units, and it's just packed full of great juicy, fruity aroma. And some powerful, tangy sort of stone fruitiness with citrus behind it. Really nice stuff. Okay, so give this a go, and subscribe to the channel. I've made a playlist of Ise Kadoya beers, and you can look at a variety of them that they have. I have some of their regulars and some of their special beers. In our next few videos, we'll be looking at some of the more high-powered beers that they put out. So I hope you come in for those. Take care. Bye-bye.